Welcome back, Crip Crew! Yes, it is, you know, every time I spend a couple of days off the microphone, I feel it. I feel it in my soul, and I do not like it. It's a bad feeling. So it is always so good to be back here with all of you tonight. Especially for this one, episode 194. Unbelievable. We are approaching 200 rapidly. This episode, of course, featuring probably the only guest we've ever had on that deserves like a Letterman jacket. Like, I really gotta fucking figure out how the fuck to get merch around so I can send him a care package, because Aaron from Victims of the System is back. Our for, I don't even know, the 6th or 7th time. It's amazing. Always love having him. This time with him is his friend Sam from Vile Dismemberment, and there was some technical difficulties with Sam's Wi-Fi a little bit, so it's a little bit spotty on that end, but Aaron and I pick up any slack there is, and we had an absolute blast. This might have been my favorite time having Aaron on, because we were really, really loose the whole time, and it just flowed. It was just a really great conversation, and I always love talking to him. But, as always, before we get into that, we got some shout-outs! First up on the shout-out list, and you all know how this goes, 3 bands and 3 podcasts per shout-out. First up, Kill the Imposter! Fucking our brothers down there from Florida, and Kill the Imposter. They got a ton of dates. They were announced with the second leg of the Convalescence Anniversary Tour. They got a handful of dates in Michigan. I will be at every single one of them. Very, very, very excited to finally meet these guys and see them live for the first time. Also, last week or the week before or so, Inked Magazine, if you go to their YouTube channel or their social media, you'll find the post a little while ago. Or Johnny Nobody, the lead vocalist of Kill the Imposter, he shared it. He did an interview. He did a spot for Inked Magazine because he owns multiple tattoo shops around the world, not just in the United States. And he's crazy inked up and everything, and it's fucking awesome. He's even got his fucking eyes. They look awesome. But he did like a little interview spot with them that I thought was fantastic, first of all. And then in the suggested videos, a whole bunch more with him came up. So I just went down a Johnny Nobody rabbit hole a few weeks ago, and it was fantastic. He is such a great guy. I wish I had seen those before he was on our show. But I have seen him now. Can't wait to see him again. Can't wait to see Kill the Imposter live. Can't wait to have him back on the show. Such a great guy. Such a huge supporter. And I do everything I can to support them because they are really, really fucking cool people. And I love the shit that they put out. Especially their newest album, The Violence Sessions, was phenomenal. Cannot recommend it enough. So yeah, be sure to check out all things Kill the Imposter and check out that spot Johnny did with Inked Magazine and a couple other ones that he's done. There's really fascinating shit. I don't have any tattoos, which pisses me off at this. I'm 31 years old. I don't have a single tattoo. I've wanted the same exact fucking one since I was 18 years old. It's time. So I am going to start getting tattoos, and who knows, maybe I'll link up with Johnny somewhere down the road or something for that. But because he truly is an amazing, like, I've seen his work. He's truly an amazing tattoo artist. Like, he's one of the ones where you look at his shit and go, holy fuck, like, whoa, like, really, really talented. Next up, so yeah, huge shout out to Johnny, huge shout out to Kill the Imposter. Be sure to check them out. Next up, we got fucking Casket Robbery. Are you kidding me? Casket Robbery, one of my favorite bands out there. Fucking, they are on the first leg of the Convalescence 10-year anniversary tour, and they will be here in Michigan on August 12 and 13 at the Music Factory and Diesel Concert Lounge. And are they going to be at a third date too? No, looks like just those two. That's okay, because guess what? I'll be at both. So I'll see you guys there. Supporting acts for the Convalescence: Blood of Angels, huge shout out, Casket Robbery, and Filth. So excited to finally see Filth. That is a fucking amazing dream lineup. Cannot fucking wait for it. But also, Casket Robbery just announced yesterday, I want to say, for me, for you guys would be 4 or 5 days ago. They got that new single dropping, I think August 13th, I want to say. Can't remember exactly. Early August. I know they got a new single dropping called The Hidden, The Hideous. And they just dropped some pre-order merch bundles for it that are fucking sick. They got a new t-shirt that I am definitely picking up. It is fucking black and red and just looks fucking brutal. So, yeah, be sure to head on over to Casket Robbie's social media and Bandcamp. They got a link tree and everything, I believe. Yeah, they got a link tree. You know what? I'll just put it down in the comment in the description below. Links to all these bands in the description below. So be sure to check that out and for your chance to and be sure to hop on Spotify and pre-save The Hideous, or The Hidden and the Hidden ... The Hideous. There we go. Be sure to pre-save that. Huge shout out to everybody over there, Megan, everybody over there in Casket Robbery. Fucking love you guys to death, and I cannot wait to see you guys here in about 3 weeks. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed to finally get to meet them in person. We had them on back. They were one of the earlier ones, I think, back in September-ish. I would really, really, really love to talk to them again on the show. So fingers crossed we'll get them back soon. Last on the band shout-out list are fucking brothers, people who this podcast would not be what it is without. Our brothers, our fellow Lansingites here in Recorruptor. Our brothers in Recorruptor. I just went back to a concert for the first time since the pandemic. The last band I saw pre-pandemic was Recorruptor. The first band I saw out of pandemic was Recorruptor. And we're actually going to do an episode about that show. Hopefully that'll be out before the end of the week. If it's not out by the end of this week, it's out by Monday, Tuesday of next week for sure. But I was just going to do one solo, but I think I might get a couple members to hop on it with me. So that should be a lot of fun. That's in a big bad way. That's how this podcast started. Was just us talking about shows we were going to or had gone to. And then all the shows went away, and we didn't. For a minute there at the beginning of the pandemic, we're like, what the fuck are we going to talk about now? I finally have a show to talk about, and to get to talk about it with two of the guys that put it on, a couple of guys, fingers crossed, hopefully. It's going to be a really good time. I'm really looking forward to that. Huge shout out to Recorruptor. They got a few dates coming up I will let you know about right now. Next date for... Wait. No, this is not the next one. Shit. Give me one second. There it is. The next one is August 28th out there at the Pyramid Scheme in Grand Rapids. It's going to be Rituals, Recorruptor opening for Vestigial. I believe it's an album. I believe it's a release show for Vestigial. So it's going to be madness. Pyramid Scheme is actually a venue I've known about for a long time. I've been there for a drink, but not when anybody was playing. So I've never seen a show there. So I really look for... there was one I was going to go to years ago, but it got moved or got canceled. I can't remember what happened. I think it was Die Hard is Murder. But yeah, Vestigial and Recorruptor at the Pyramid Scheme on August 28th. And then on September 11th, they will be co-headlining Day 3 of Rustfest down there at the Sanctuary in Detroit with Dragged Beneath. Oh shit! Dragged Beneath. Shit, I can't even. I don't know that one. Sorry. I thought I did. I thought it was... No, that's not it. Sedentary, Mutilatrid, Dagon, and they'll be co-headlining Recorruptor with Throne. On day 3 of Rustfest down there at the Sanctuary in Detroit. Once again, August... Rustfest is a 3-day festival. It goes 9th to the 11th in September. August. I keep saying August. September. Fuck. Sorry. September 9th to the 11th. Jesus Christ. Sorry. But Recorruption and Throne are co-headlining day 3 in Dagon. I think that's a bit of a reunion show for them. They are Lansing legends. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so shout out to all things Recorruptor, links in the description below. Fucking love you guys. Moving on to the podcast shout outs. First up, our brothers over there. We just completed this massive crossover event with them, the Multiverse Murder Fest. Be sure to check those episodes out. Our brothers Alex and Mike over there at the Bog Talk podcast. These are two guys who... to me, this is the conversation that the clerks have in the comic book store. It's like it's being a fly on the wall for that. They dive into all things comics, and they make me feel stupid about this stuff. Like, they know more about it than I do, and I don't often meet people that do, so it's pretty awesome. And I love talking to them about it. We're gonna have to do like just a normal crossover, like a normal podcast where we're on theirs and we're on, vice versa, whatever. We're gonna have to do that sometime soon. But huge shout out to our brothers over there on the Bog Talk podcast. Be sure to check out all things Bog Talk. Moving on, our fucking friends over there in Wisconsin, coming to you all the way from Wisconsin, the Dipping Milk in Cookies podcast, hosted by Garrett, the Cookie Commander Smith, and Michael, the Master Milker Sergovia. Fuck. Blah. That one's for you guys. These guys, this is a podcast about two best friends trying to figure out this thing we call life using friends, guests, and microphones. And I tell you what, this is a podcast that brings a smile to my face every single week. I listen to every episode. They have shouted us out many times, and I will wave their flag to death. Garrett, of course, is in the band Reflection of Flesh. Shout out to Reflection of Flesh. It's just, they got really great segments. They got the 6-pack. They got where they tell each other 6 favorite things. They throughout the week they'll post would you rather questions on Facebook, and they answer them live. I answer a whole bunch of them. That's how we get so many shout outs on there. I got actually thinking, I gotta get back on that. And they got the Master Milker's Mysterious Mysteries. Absolutely, probably my favorite segment on there, and one that part of the reason why I cannot wait to get these guys on the show, or to be a guest on their show, or both, or all of the above. Because I really I'm at the point now I've listened to damn near every episode. I feel like I know these guys, and I cannot wait to dive into some conspiracies, cryptids, paranormal related topics with Master Milker Mike, because I just think him and I are gonna go off. Him and I are gonna just I feel like we are very much kindred spirits, is what I'll say. So be sure to check out all things Dipping Milk in Cookies podcast. If you just want something that's just genuine, joyful, and make you smile every week. So it's a wonderful podcast. I can't recommend it enough. Last but never ever least on the podcast shoutouts, one that will be shouted out on every podcast shoutout as long as I'm doing this fucking thing. Coming to you from the glacial dumping grounds known as the Michigan Basin, Wayne and Michelle are a Michigan-based husband and wife educator and podcasting duo that examine UFOs and other paranormal topics within Michigan and beyond. Topics include UFOs, the paranormal, conspiracy theories, ghosts, alternative history, the Michigan Dogman, Bigfoot, cryptids, and all things strange and paranormal. Welcome to the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Wayne and Michelle are wonderful, genuine, beautiful human beings that I absolutely adore. I absolutely adore this podcast. I am a giant paranormal. It's one of my big passions, all things paranormal. And so but I also kind of have a higher bar, I guess you could say, when it comes to the content I choose to consume in that category. I don't really like kind of just go for everything. Like, it's really got to have like certain aspects about it that grab me. And Wayne and Michelle bring that like thunder. They you know, they're educators. They're science, or Wayne is a science teacher. He comes at things from a scientific perspective. They had this extraordinary experience, which they talk about. They were guests on our show. We were guests on their show. And it led to them creating this amazing podcast, talking about all things paranormal. These recent episodes they've done about alternative history, I have just been on the edge of my seat listening to. Their podcast is the gift that keeps on giving, because every single new episode introduces me to their guest, whoever it may be. I end up following all things that guest. I end up following their YouTubes, their socials. It's literally every week I'm like, all right, what new rabbit hole am I gonna dive down tonight? You know what I mean? After I listen to this, it's just really wonderful. They're great interviewers. They're wonderful people to talk to, and I genuinely look forward to working with them more on the podcasting platforms in the future, which we do have plans to do. So, yeah, huge from the bottom of my heart. I love these guys. Shout out to Wayne and Michelle from the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Absolutely love you guys to death. So everybody be sure to check out that podcast. All things Michigan UFO Sightings Paranormal Encounters podcast. Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about this. The shout out I was just given, Michigan UFO Sightings Paranormal Encounters podcast. Here's an example of some of the merch that they just posted. It's got the words on the bottom too. Michigan UFO Sightings Paranormal. It's quite a long name, so they had to go on the bottom and the top. But sick, right? The alien holding Michigan, right? Fucking dope. I got a tank top too. So yeah, link to their merch in the description below. Wanted to be sure to make sure I put that in the shout outs. Jesus Christ. But without further ado, everybody, that's going to do it for the episode 194 shout outs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's going to do it for the shout outs. So everybody buckle up, because this is a fun fucking ride with Sam, Aaron, and I from Victims of the System and Vile Dismemberment. I try to hit Sam with as many of the, standard introduction kind of first. If you're on the show for the first time, you know the kind of questions. If you've ever seen it before, I kind of have a sort of outline for the first timers, and then after that, it's a free for all. So I did get to hit some of those in and out of the technical difficulties, but yeah, all in all, I think we had a great episode. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you all enjoy it. So without further ado, here it is, everyone. Welcome to episode 194. Love y'all. Enjoy. Rah! Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm here with Aaron Beck. I don't even fucking know anymore, dude. What is your sixth appearance? You're probably the most guests we've ever had on this show.
Yeah, this is.
You've probably been on most times, and then we finally have on Sam from Vile Dismemberment. Thank you so much for joining us, buddy.
Thank you for having me. I don't know, it's trippy having
Well, we appreciate it. I am curious though, and especially for all the listeners and everything, so how do, what have you two worked on together, and how did you two come to meet?
I got this story.
Okay.
Okay, so I met him through Tumor Face, or Owen.
Okay. Who we've had on before.
Yeah, he posted on his story. He was like, I'm starting a new gore noise band called Lipus Fetus Remnants. And I was like, yo.
Okay.
I barely knew him at the time. We had only worked on that one split, the tribute to Last Days of Humanity. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I knew Owen. Mm-hmm. He goes by Reese now, and I keep forgetting that. But I hit him up. I'm like, yo, can I join? And he's like, yeah, message this dude. And sent me Sam's. I was like, yo, can I join Lucas Fetus Remembrance? And he was like, yeah, for sure. And then I joined. We got cool. He had already started Vile Dismemberment a long time ago with a completely different lineup. Since I've been in, there's been 3 different lineups, but I'm the only one that stuck through all 3 of them. And then, yeah, now we're homies.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Sam, can you give me the Vile Dismemberment origin story?
Okay, Vile Dismemberment. To be honest, when I started Vile Dismemberment, it was kind of like as a joke. I started it as a noise project because I just in my Instagram, my dad recommended a bunch of random like gore noise bands. Like there's this one like bovine fecal matter, like the cow shit.
Yeah.
And I just decided to like I just downloaded this like fucking shitty ass app, BandLab. I fucking downloaded that shit. I just started making random worded nonsense, and I needed to come up with a name. I was like, Vile Dismemberment just came to my head, and I was like, okay.
It was pretty fucking brutal. What Sam, what's so, you know, most people in the world never really find or get into heavy metal music at all. What's your personal like how did you get into heavy metal at all and actually getting to the point of actually playing it? And is Vile Dismemberment is Vile Dismemberment your first project, or it sounds like you've had some before that as well?
Yeah, there was this original project. We never really did anything. It was just mainly concepts like, oh, what if we like made a concept album about this or concept song about this? Nothing ever fucking came to play. But I was in there for like a year or 2, but it never really went anywhere. We had like this one demo, and I remixed it, added like drums, which that's what I mainly do is just drum programming. Added drums to it, and I think I added like a random nonsensical bass line. I don't know anything about that, but I just needed some bass noise in there, so I decided that was really the only thing we made, and there was no vocals whatsoever. So that was back in like 2019 to 2020, like a year.
Okay, and that was your first project?
Yeah, and then my second project was with this friend of mine from across the world. Where the name of this band was first originally postmortem bloating. It was just straight up like we just wanted to make like some disgusting gore grind, just straight up like gory ass shit. So she came up with that. She like made the logo and everything. It was pretty sick, even though it's just like a purple sketch. Still pretty cool. But we came up with that. We were trying our hardest to do stuff, but some personal issues got in the way. But that basically got rebranded to later on down the road when I did like, I think this was after I formed Vile Dismemberment by myself. We rebranded that band to become Maggot Cock, which is one of my more prominent projects I'm in right now.
Okay. Awesome. So how did you then personally like find heavy music? Like what how did you get into it at all?
I gotta say my mom. She like when I was little, she would always like blast either Typo Negative, Metallica, Anthrax, sometimes Slipknot. Like grew up with a lot of System of a Down because of my brother.
All right.
And then a little bit of like some of the shit on like Adult Swim, like Death Clock, a little bit of that, but not too much. I don't really like Death Clock that much, but like, with a little bit of that. And then later on, like when I turned like maybe 7 or like 7-ish, 6, I started getting into electronic music, mainly French house music from like the 90s. Um, I got into that music for a while, and then I just got into like just straight up rap, like old school 90s rap, then modern like Drake, Future rap, like that type of shit. And then I got into underground rap by like fucking Suicide Boys, XXX, Lil Pump, all those like fucking underground rappers from like 2016. This was like when I was fucking 11, 12, maybe. And got into those, and then those like introduced me to trap metal, especially
Okay.
X. And I discovered this rapper. His name, he goes by Cyber right now, but he used to go by Syringe. He used to go by Syringe, and he made some pretty like nice songs. Like there's this song called "If You See My Face, Good Luck, God Bless." That's just like fucking heavy as fuck for a rap, like a fucking rap song and shit. But I saw like this one music video. He was wearing a Bathory shirt. I was like, what does that say? Because fucking Bathory is like old English text. I didn't recognize what the fuck it said. But I saw like the go ahead. I was like, ooh, that looks pretty cool. So I've been trying to. I was like, for a little bit, I spent a little bit of time tracking down what this shirt is. Saw that was Bathory. I listened to it, and it intrigued me for a little bit. Like, I heard, I think, Raise the Dead. I was like, oh yeah, okay. I thought it was gonna be like some spooky, scary shit, but I was like, oh, this sounds fucking cheesy and corny, but still, I was like, okay. And then just later on, whenever I would like go on rides with like my neighbor and everything, at a Bluetooth radio, he'd pass me his phone, and I just like go like, Slayer radio, fucking. Then I eventually lead into like Creator, Destruction, Sodom, fucking Death eventually. Then I get into Cannibal Corpse, and then Bathory. I get into black metal, and just listening to Pandora just exposed me to all these artists, like just like big names in like the extreme metal scene. And then it wasn't until like 2019 that's when I really got into like discovering like grindcore. Grindcore is like what I would say one of my main and most favorite genres, because I just love fucking fast ass blast beats with fucking nonsensical vocals and incoherent guitars.
Oh yeah.
And I get into grindcore, and I eventually got into early gore grind by that, and then like fucking I just got into. Oh shit! Oh.
Oh, there you are. There you are. All right. Yeah,
Hello?
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. There we go.
Yes, I'm back in. Let's go.
Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, you were telling us about how you got into metal. Beautiful. Now, where, so if you don't mind me asking, and again, like anything you don't want in the episode or whatever, we're happy to cut out or whatever. But where'd you grow up? Like, where are you from, man?
El Paso, Texas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. In the 90s, my mom she saw, I think, Slayer there, like the Clash of the Dinosaur. I think she caught it there.
Oh,
A lot of fucking there's like this fucking metal bar called like a steakhouse or some shit, or like a biker bar. And she would fucking hang with like the local like cover band, and a lot of them were actually really fucking talented. So I guess I'm kind of proud to say that I'm from El Paso.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I've never been out that way or anything, but it's definitely somewhere I've always wanted to visit. It's yeah, there's a lot of places I want to visit that I've never been to. And down there is one of them for sure. Lots of great, of course, you know, Aaron, your fucking t-shirt came from fucking Texas. So
This is the same shirt. This is the this is the same shirt I wore last time.
hell yeah.
You said that, but it's the same shirt. But yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah.
Sam, I have been asking kind of like everybody that's been on the show this question, just because it was kind of such a big deal to me personally. Do you have any familiarity with the band Children of Bodom at all?
I've heard a few songs from them, like just not like full on songs, but just like snippets of them. It's like, yeah, it's like okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. No. Fair enough. No, I just like asking everybody about the, the lead vocalist and guitarist passed away at the very, very end of last year, and they were one of my biggest influences of all time. So I was just curious. I like to get everybody's take on it. If anybody else was influenced by it like me or anything like that. But if you weren't, you weren't. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But I just like asking people about it. What would you say though for you in, because you have the path you just laid out for us, your path into metal music is quite unique in comparison to a lot of the others that I've heard. So I'm especially interested to know what you would consider your like kind of heavy metal influences.
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat the last part again?
Yeah. Oh no, you're good. You're good. Just I like your path into metal was pretty unique to me. So like, what are your heavy metal influences?
Okay, let's see. It's a lot of extreme shit, and it's a lot of like a lot of new bands are actually influencing me. There's this one that was on the Last Days of Humanity, like a tribute put together by Reese, and that's Fluids. I've been listening to a lot of Fluids, and they're a mortician worship group, like a mortician worship band, which is also another one of my biggest influences. And they're just like, it's like kind of like Slam, but just turn the gore notch, like the gore volume, like up, and more brutality to it with like the vocals and so like it's just like more like guttural instead of like a pig squeal.
Yes.
And of course, Last Days of Humanity. Suffocation I've been getting into, like the first album. I really like the first album, Effigy of the Forgotten. I think that's the first, I'm not sure. But that album, Development, is one of the good influence. Big influence. Yeah, it's mine really, and also just like basic stuff like Slayer, Death, some black metal like Bathory. Bathory is also one of the main reasons why I first started with vocals. So,
what is your preferred? What is your preferred instrument?
Drums.
Okay.
I started off doing vocals, and I'm comfortable doing vocals, but drums, I just want to go like,
Hell yeah.
I just want to beat on shit. That's just fun.
There's a question I
Mostly
want.
blast beats.
Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but Vile Dismemberment created the subgenre gore screams, right? And I wanted to know. I don't think you knew that, so I didn't think you would ask the question of what inspired him to do that, to mix screams and gore noise. So like I was gonna ask because I personally want to know what inspired him to do that. But yeah, what inspired you to mix gore
Well,
noise and gore?
let me start off by asking, what is scrams?
Sam can answer.
Grams is it's basically screamo. It's hardcore screamo. It's less. I don't know. It's more. It's like an emotive screamo. It's like screamo. Scrams is just another word for it.
Okay.
The scrams is more hardcore punk influence and a lot more grindcore influence actually. There is this person in Vile Dismemberment. I will not name them because they asked me not to. If I ever got Vile Dismemberment interview, but they played bass for a little bit, and they got me into scrams. They showed me. I wrote haikus about cannibalism in your yearbook. They showed me Orchid, Dacia, and that's about it. Like those three bands got me into scrams, and then I started going on my own path over my own music, which is usually what I do. Yeah, but yeah, scrams is just screamo.
So what then like Aaron said, what then inspired you to kind of like combine the two sounds?
I don't know. Whenever I was at the time, we had another band member in Vile Dismemberment. This is way before Aaron joined like later on in 2020, I think, on there.
Yeah.
But this was summer of last year, and we had our guitarists, which they recorded the riff, and they were pretty good. They're very talented guitarists. They were friends with the person who played bass, and well, basically, I was just like, okay, you know what? We fucking we want to make this shit. We like scrams. You know, we're into like all that hardcore music. You know, just straight up hardcore. We all like scrams, and we were like, okay, but we want to make like some sort of forward grind because that's what initially the whole tone for Vile Dismemberment was supposed to be gore. Just straight up like actual gore, fucking heart beheadings and shit like that as cover. So we wanted to try to combine something like, I think the guitarist said that she wanted to combine she got inspired by, I think, a torso fuck song and try to combine it with some scram song, like a fucking like screamo. And I heard the riff, and I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna make a drum track to this. And we did that. The bassist was supposed to record bass, but they never did, which is fine. The demo came out okay anyways. We recorded 2 gore scram songs, and what I did was, instead of doing actual screaming, because I can't really scream that well, I got a voice recorder that I had a pitch shifter to it. I just went like for a few seconds into the mic, and then I just pitched it down, and yeah, that's about it.
So that's where that's the origins of that subgenre.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crazy, actually. I mean, that's probably how a lot of them were invented, was just like, I like this sound, but I also like this sound. Let's combine them, like that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just mainly four teenagers fucking around with their bands, like, buying these two dead genres that no one fucking listens to. They're like, oh yeah, look at us, we're quirky and edgy, we're doing something different.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun doing all that, making first grams, making that 2-song demo.
That's awesome. Go ahead, Aaron.
So before I came on here, I promised my sister that she could say hi and be in this. Is that cool? She says hi.
Always.
She's
Come
been
on.
asking since the first time I came on the show. But
Always. Anytime. Family's always welcome on Lost in the Dark podcast.
Here she is. Get down on the camera.
Hi,
What's happening? What's your name?
Susanna.
Nice to meet you, Susanna. My name's Burton. Welcome to Lost in the Dark podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Very nice to meet you.
What?
You pray for them.
I'll release that part as a clip so she can show that to her friends on YouTube.
All right. That'll actually mean the world to her, dude. She makes me too.
That's great. That was fantastic. No, I've had my whole family on this shit. So and my co-host Aaron, of course.
Yeah. I think you said her name wrong though.
Susanna?
Savannah.
My bad. I did hear it wrong.
It's all good.
That's just the fucking Wi-Fi. That's all that is.
Yeah.
We're fucking like, what are we like? A time zone and probably like 8 to 12 hours away from each other, if not more. Like,
Yeah.
if we get a little thing like that wrong, that's fine.
But if you do upload that as a clip, that
Oh,
will
I
mean
will. Yeah, I'll do that for sure. Yeah, no problem at all. For you, buddy. Come on.
because she has these two friends that come over, but like they're dicks to her, and like she makes music, and I upload it privately to YouTube, but you can watch it on the TV still, and like she makes that music, and like they're kind of dicks about it. So if she's doing an interview, that's cool. You know?
Well, tell them to not be dicks to her because they
They're
will
like
quickly have enemies that have a bigger following than they do, even though we don't have shit for following. Fuck it. My pleasure. That was awesome. Fuck, what was it about? Oh yeah. Sam. Have you what's your favorite fucking concert you've ever been to, man?
I've actually never been to a concert, unfortunately.
Son of a bitch. You and Aaron, neither of you have been to a fucking show. I'm trying to talk about,
Sam, didn't you go to the first Vaught's virtual show? I can't remember if you was there, but was you there?
Oh yeah, I think I was there. I guess technically that was my first concert.
Yeah, the system was.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's something. That's pretty cool. No, but I've been going to shows for a very long time, and it really kind of like for me personally, it really like kind of like fever pitched, I guess you could say, in like 2017. I had a girlfriend, I had a great job. The store I was working at closed, girlfriend broke up with me, and I didn't know what to do. So I started the fucking podcast and just started going back to shows harder than I've ever done in my life. And I was at the point where I was going to 2 to 3 shows a month until the pandemic, literally until the pandemic hit. And then it's been 16 months since I've been to a show. And last night I finally got to go back to a show. And you guys, I can tell you from someone who has been to many and then had them ripped away, go to every show you can fucking go to. Every opportunity you have, go, because it's one of the greatest experiences. And like to be in a fucking dark room full of metalheads Like, just trust me. Like, you're gonna feel at home in a way you never expected.
I was gonna say I kind of technically went to a show recently, but every 4th of July they have this big party at like the lake,
Okay.
and so every year they have a band, but they usually suck, and they play like fucking the national anthem, and that's it, right?
Okay.
This
Well, yeah,
year-
that doesn't count. But yeah, what's this year? Yeah.
this year- But one year they had a really big stage. Usually they just do it like on these bleachers, but they had an actual stage and it was sick. But they
Okay.
still only play the bullshit songs. But this year, I pull up, I walk out, I hear the music, and I think I'm like, did they replace the band with a radio? And eventually I hear clapping, so I walk over there. No, the band's just sick this year. It's dope. So I sit there for a minute and they're jamming, dude. They're like playing some sick shit. And it's not like, it's kind of metal. It's like softer metal, and it was awesome. But
No, I mean, hey, that kind of fuck. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's a metal show, but it's a show.
Yeah.
Like that counts. I would say, yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, but trust me, to be in a dark room full of a bunch of people dressed in black that all love heavy music and they all start like moshing and everybody's just happy to be there. It's oh my oh man. Yeah. The last 16 months have been pretty fucking rough. And last night I felt good, really good, like at home again for the first time. And it was just fantastic. So I had to ask about live shows with you guys because I just had that experience last night, and it was my buddy's band, but they just killed it, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Great night.
I'm supposed to go see Fame on Fire with some band, All Shall Perish, I think, something like that.
Oh, All Shall Perish is great.
And with Us Not Kills as the headliner.
Oh
And,
shit! Okay, yeah.
And Spencer's the homie, so I gotta holler at him there. But it's still, I'm supposed to see that soon. So that'll be my first like real show. Dude, when that Suicide Silence was doing that virtual tour shit, man, I spent well over like $200 on each show they did, man. It was like $20 a ticket, because every time I'd move my couch and my bed in my room, play it on the TV, and I'd like make my brother come in there and we'd mosh, just us two, just mosh. And then the Dimmu Borgia one, they did a virtual show, and it was like the middle of the night. Kel was asleep, and I was like, dude, wake up. Dimmu Borgia's playing. We got to fucking mosh, bro. And so we split the bed and shit and fucking throw the couch and throw the cushions everywhere, and it was awesome. But it's not like the same experience, so I'm looking forward to that.
Sam, did you experience, besides Victims of the System, did you watch any virtual shows during the pandemic?
No, I don't think so.
Not really. Did you get into like did you get into any like new albums or new music or anything that came out recently? Even movies? Even any new movies? I guess they don't have to be new. Just like anything you got into recently.
New to you.
Yeah.
I would say, but it's not really that new. It's just something I've been doing to keep me occupied. And I don't know. I want to say it, but I'm kind of afraid to.
Okay. You don't have to. It's fine.
It's nothing fucked up. It's just it's kind of like NSFL type of stuff. It's not me doing anything like it. It's just me like hearing about it, like me being curious and watching really messed up videos. So yeah.
Is it anything
That's
like
what I do in my spare time.
Is it anything like conspiracy related or anything like that? Paranormal, maybe?
Oh, it's a build up to a question. Oh shit.
actually just it's reality. It's
Okay,
video
okay.
documenting reality.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If you know what I mean by that.
I mean, hey, like no, I get it. Like yeah, no, I think I probably understand the genre you're referring to, and I get it. I get it. I've watched tons of fucking. Maybe I'm totally off here, but I've watched hours and hours of car crash footage and like just fucked up shit. I've seen Faces. I don't know if you guys might be too young, but there's a movie out there called Faces of Death that I watched on VHS back in the 90s, and yeah, so there's all kinds of fucked up shit us metalheads end up finding our way into. But Aaron was correct in his assessment right there. That was a lead up. Sam.
Oh yeah.
This is something I like to ask everybody that comes on the show, because I started this podcast to talk about the things I love with people, with my best friends and people I think are awesome, like you guys. And so and of course my main thing, my fucking the air I breathe is heavy metal. Every day, my whole life is surrounded by it. But the other thing that I'm really, really into is the paranormal. And I happen to know that there are part of the reason why I want to visit Texas one day is because I'm aware of many particular sites down there that are known to be extremely active. So I'm curious, would you do you have any events in your life that you would describe as paranormal that you'd be willing to share?
Paranormal. Well, if you really want to talk about paranormal, you should probably visit the place I'm currently living in, which is fucking New Mexico.
I'm
odd place. Very
are you
place.
Are you anywhere near the Four Corners? I believe that's where.
Actually, I live just right above El Paso.
Okay.
So no,
okay.
But
okay.
Yeah, New Mexico has a lot of
very,
very peculiar things.
Yes.
But personally, if I have ever experienced anything paranormal, I'm not quite sure. I have this one memory, but I'm not very sure about it. I'm not sure if it's something I saw on the internet, but it seemed pretty real because it felt like, I don't know, I'm not sure if it was a dream, but when I was younger, I have like this weird like fucking thing engraved into my head of me just like, I'm not sure if it was me or some other kid just crawling on the wall, like just crawling on the wall or crawling on like some fucking nightstand and shit. And it was very trippy. I'm not sure if that's actually happened to me or what. Very weird.
And I gotta say, I also find it interesting that you have been coming through perfectly for the last 25 minutes now, and as you started to talk about that, you started to break up slightly, and now you're still coming through perfectly. So that's kind of odd, but okay, no, fair enough. No. Oh no, yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's fine. And I know we have a little bit of a delay going right now. I can hear it, but that's fine. Okay, no, fair enough. That's just something. That's another really big thing that I'm into. And I'm always curious because I feel like people in the heavy metal world are, I just feel like heavy metal, horror movies, paranormal stuff, all these things kind of go together in a way. And so I love asking heavy metal musicians that I get on the show about anything they might have experienced or anything at all having to do with any of that they may have gone through or anything. So I'm just, it's just something I'm always curious about and fascinated by.
I got something to say. So two things. First off, last time you asked me, or no, not that time, but the time before, or the time before that, one of the times it was the Owen episode. You asked me about urban legends. And
oh yeah, local urban legends. Yeah. I forgot about that question. Thanks for reminding me.
I remembered one that I didn't tell because as I'm recording music one day, thinking of names, and what, like, just thinking of things that inspire me and what to name it and all that good shit. I remember one that my dad told me. So I feel like this would be better to save until I release the song, but I'm still going to do it anyways, just because I'm probably going to forget, because I forgot. I was thinking about it when we first started. I was like, there was something I wanted to tell him. But anyways, my dad used to drive a paper route, right, where you throw newspapers and shit. And one time I went with him, and since he started, he was telling me about this house called the Elephant Whisperer's house. And I'm like, what's that? And he's like, basically, there's these elephants all over her fucking mailbox, right? And if you looked at her in the eyes, if you've seen her, whether she's outside or in your house, and you see her through the windows, if you've seen her, you have a week to live or something like that, a certain amount of time to live, right? And every time we went by the house, I was terrified, right? And I looked it up and I can't find anything else about it. There was this book about this dude that trained elephants, but like, it's just what I was told growing up, and like, it was pretty cool. And I plan on writing a song called The Elephant Whisperer. Yeah.
So that's a local urban legend. All right. That's pretty interesting.
But another thing, the second thing about the paranormal question, dog, you should have asked my sister that, because she has something interesting happening right now. So this house, we moved into it about a year ago. I don't like this house, but when we first moved here, there's an attic that we've never touched. After a couple days we've been here, there was a handprint on the attic, right? And scared all of us, right? And so eventually we just, like, it went away. We stopped thinking about it. But not shortly after, my sister started saying she kept seeing a black figure in the reflection of the sink while she was washing her hands sneak up behind her. And we just thought she was playing around, right? But one day she started crying and came out and told me she was terrified because she seen the black figure come up while she was washing her hands, and she couldn't go back in that bathroom. And so I was like, don't worry, just come in the other bathroom and I'll stand by the door. And she didn't see it. But then one day recently, she was sleeping in her room, and she said she seen a black figure come out of her closet, and she hasn't slept in her room since, and she's super scared of it. And yeah.
How old is she?
7 or 8. I don't know. I feel bad for not knowing. That's bad.
Well, but, no. I I couldn't tell you how old either of my sisters are exactly either, so that's fine. But no, she's at that age though where kids report things like that. I've heard a lot of reports of kids from that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish age range where they seem to be you know, like a little bit more sensitive to that kind of thing. And so keep an eye out, man. Like, next time she says something, maybe like go in the mirror and start washing your hands and see if something comes, you know what I mean? Like, test it out. Like, stand behind her while she washes her hands in that mirror or something. Like, test it out. Like, see if you can see something for yourself as well. Yeah, you know, I would experiment. I wouldn't, put it this way, I wouldn't not believe her. I would go, okay. I would, you know what? I would use it as an opportunity to teach the scientific method. Okay. Yeah. We got 5 steps to go through. Let's try to like break this down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see what you find. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you never know. You just said why don't you like being in that house?
Well, I connected to a while back when everything that happened with me, it happened right after we moved here. So I guess my subconscious connected it to moving. So you know what I'm talking about, right? What happened a while back.
Well, but that is, and that's, I mean, it's so hard to talk about in a legitimate way because none of it's actually been proven scientifically or anything.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where my frame of reference comes from. I need it proven scientifically, but I've heard many reports where it's like, you know, it kind of, if it doesn't, it's not, you're not going to see shadow figures and hear footsteps and stuff like that, but things might start fucking up and being weird in your life.
Yeah.
And that's how it'll affect you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting though. It's interesting. That's for sure. I would experiment. If your sister says anything else, I would try to experiment and go from there, I guess, and just go from there.
You said don't not believe her. At first, I didn't believe her. I thought she was just, you know, being a little kid. But I got a 1-year-old brother now, and she says she mainly sees the figure during the night. One time, well, more recently, most of the time, in the middle of the night, Carter, my 1-year-old baby brother, he'll look like he'll be in my mom's room looking at something, like looking specifically dead at something that's not there, and start laughing and like playing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to look into that. There might be something going on there.
Yeah.
I put it this way. If I were having experiences like that in this house, I would be looking into it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I don't know. Maybe nothing's going on. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if I were having those experiences, I would set up some experiments and maybe, you know, pay really close attention to them when they're acting in the when the sister is scared or when the 1-year-old is playing with something. I would pay attention and don't write it off as them just being kids.
Yeah.
And also I would also consider, I don't know if it you know, I guess I don't really know how you do this nowadays. I guess what I would do is go to the fucking library and try to find any local records on the property that you live on and see what's there. Maybe, you know, maybe there's a, you know, you never know, you know, some people think there's an ancient burial ground or whatever. Like,
You just made something make sense. Oh my God. So the people that lived here before us in this exact apartment lived here their whole lives. And like for the grandma lived there her whole life. The mom lived here her whole life. And when they moved out is when the grandma died. She didn't die here, but you know, it would make sense for, if her spirit left, it would make sense for her to come here, you know, because she lived here her whole life. But she died at like the hospital. The hospital's right there. Like I could walk to the hospital right now. So it would only make sense for her to come like here, you know? So like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a possibility. And especially if it's odd that your sister is being scared, but your much younger brother is playing.
Yeah.
It might be two different things.
Well, my brother, dude, he never gets scared. Like he's not supposed to touch the shelf that the TV's on, and he'll go over and touch it, and my dad will yell just to not like yell at him, but like get loud so he'll quit, and my brother will start smacking it and laughing. He's not scared of nothing, dude. He's nothing at all. So it might just be him being ballsy, but I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sam's gone.
Yeah, Sam has disappeared. I am still inviting him back, but we'll see if it works.
Well, some Ghostbusters shit.
But that's pretty interesting that you're having these experiences, man.
Yeah. It all started when I started talking to you, Burton. That's when everything started, man.
Hey, fuck. I mean, look, and that's the thing too, man. That's something else that comes up in a lot of this stuff is like, you know, my favorite thing is like Dogman and stuff, and like a lot of like Native American folklore will say the more you talk about it, the more likely you are to see it. And there's a lot of paranormal ghost related stuff where they say the same thing. It's like if you look for it, if you go in search of it, if you're open to it, it's more likely to like you're more likely to see it. It's more likely to attach to you. You're more likely to have experiences. Dude, been in I have been in the pitch black attic of an insane asylum during a thunderstorm and felt I could have fallen asleep. Like I was completely comfortable. Like nothing happened. Like I've been in those the craziest stereotypical haunted situations and had nothing happen. And I've been to tons of notable haunted locations, and I've never had anything follow me. Like I've nothing. Like the more I talk about it, nothing happens. And I talk about it all the time. Like I watch videos where people use Ouija boards and try to conjure shit. So technically they actually do say like the conjuring spell in the video in playing on the speaker in the house. So technically it's still you know what I'm saying? Like, so like all this stuff and nothing. I've had a handful of experiences that I would call interesting. That I can't really explain. I've seen a couple shadows, I've seen a couple lights turn on and off.
And that one piano thing, the
piano thing.
That is awesome.
I've seen a couple things move on their own, but at the end of the day, I haven't seen that thing yet where I'm like, yo, this shit's real. Well, you know what I mean? Like it's still not there. I'm still looking for sure.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
My brother, he has a really interesting story, and I'm not going to tell it because I barely remember it and I'll fuck up the details. But if somehow my brother ever becomes a musician and comes on the podcast, then ask him about it, dude, because he's got an interesting story. Well, he is in Corrosion of Infected Flesh. He is the drummer. So, but
there we go.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd want to come on.
Well, we'll give him some time. He'll want to come on one day.
Okay. But yeah, all I know about the story is he says at my great grandma's house, he's seen some shit floating one time in the middle of the night, and then when he like sat up, it wasn't anymore, and like that's all I know about the story. And I probably fucked up that part
and
too.
There's I've never seen anything floating, but I've definitely had experiences in the middle of the night that I couldn't I still to this day can't really explain. Like, yeah, and like there was one time where like it wasn't long after we moved up to East Lansing from Waterford, the greater Detroit area. I was in my upstairs bedroom, and the whole upstairs is completely carpeted. It's all carpet. And I literally heard like cowboy boots hitting a wooden floor, walking up and down this maybe 15-foot hallway tops, very small hallway that led off to my bedroom first on the right. Next on the right was the bathroom. Next on the left was the parents' master bedroom, and then dead ahead was my sister's bedroom. And literally a completely carpeted floor. I was hearing fucking cowboy boots hitting a wooden floor, walking up and down the hallway. And that was pretty wild, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Dude, every time I talk to you about this, I remember shit I haven't told you, but it's good. If I keep doing this, it's going to end up like the whole episode being about this. But I remember something my mom told me. I don't know. she'll be comfortable with me talking about it, but basically her grandpa died, but like a week before he died, she had a dream where it was like deathly quiet or something. She walks outside and she sees her grandpa walking up to the stairway to heaven, right? And she's like, Grandpa, stop. And her whole family, my uncle, her mom, her sister, they're all about to walk up there. And then she's trying to stop them, but her grandpa made it to the top. And then a week later, her grandpa actually dies. And like, that's pretty wild.
That is wild. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Have you watched Rock of Ages yet?
No.
Man,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I will. You know what? I'm out of shit to watch right now, so I will. I will in the next couple of days, definitely. Is it a music? What is it? Is it a musical? What is it?
It's a musical, but it's a badass musical, man. I love it. It's awesome because at first it seems lame because they're singing Sister Christian on a bus and this little girl smiles and it seems lame. But then Stacey Jack shows up and makes it all better. He pulls up in a limo signing tits with a cowboy hat and a fur coat, and he's got a monkey as an assistant, and he's super drunk and he's surrounded by bitches. And then yeah, dude, he's awesome, and I want to be Stacey Jacks. And then he's doing this interview with this reporter from the Rolling Stones, and she's like, "Oh, you're a washed up rock and roller. You suck. Your band says you suck." But she's like, "Yeah, you're washed up. You suck. Your band says you suck." And then he's just like, "You're hot." And she's like, "Fuck."
I'll definitely check it out. I'll definitely check it out.
Oh, and they sing "I Want to Rock." They sing "I Want to Rock." That's my favorite part.
Oh, well, that's fuck yeah,
dude. It's so awesome.
That new D. Snyder album is gonna be the Mad Notes, so like it's gonna be sick.
I hit up JJ I wanted to talk to him because I tried hitting up D. Snyder. This is fucked up. Like D. Snyder was hitting up, and I had the money to message him. Right? So I messaged him, and I'm like, "Yo, dude," and I told him how he got me started, and there's a really old video I want to rock, and that led to me starting out. I'm doing good, blah blah blah. I sent him a whole paragraph, put a lot of thought into it. The next day, he deactivates messages.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Yeah.
So I got the money to message JJ.
Right.
If JJ pushes sister responds,
but Sam, you're back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome back, buddy. Man, though, honest, like, yeah, like we kind of like really touched on most of the stuff I like to touch on with people as I'm getting them on the show for the first time, at least. First show. Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
That sound coming out your mouth. It sounds like wind and shit, bro. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hearing that too. I don't know what that is. Oh, there we go. Oh, stop for a second.
What the fuck? He just hasn't said anything. It's just it's
I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
What'd you do? What'd you do, Aaron?
Yeah. Oh, Phil. Oh.
I'm keeping that in. That was hilarious.
Yeah, he didn't even do nothing, but it was funny.
Oh.
What's you? Fuck. Oh my god. Woo! This is what podcast is like. Come on.
That podcast live.
Bro, that was so funny.
And what was your question for Sam?
Oh, I was gonna ask what the noise was that was coming out.
Oh my god. What was it? Does anybody know what it was?
The noise was my fan that's hitting my computer to make it stay cool.
He just sat there and just laughed at me.
That's amazing. Sam, you said you're playing what fucking you said you're playing games. What kind of computer games you like? Because I
Dude,
got
he sucks at Mortal Kombat, I'll tell you that.
Oh shit.
Man, you fucking suck, bro. You can't get a fucking combo in, bro. You fucking suck ass.
I'm sorry I don't
I
play.
beat your ass in fucking boxing championship ring.
Oh, that's because you were the party leader. I beat you when I was party leader. And Mortal Kombat, it's weird that you're an expert.
I'm just too good at it. You fucking suck at Mortal Kombat, bro.
It's weird that you're an expert on the 1990 Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat, bro. That's weird. Like, why are you so good at that version of Mortal Kombat, dude? Do you
It's
not
probably
have...
the best one.
I'm fucking... Yeah, it's the best one.
Yeah,
And plus,
exactly.
I would be
Okay.
fucking good at the arcade version if I could get an emulator running on my
arcade
computer,
version?
but no.
The arcade version, bro, you realize there's like high-tech quality video games now, dude. You're like living in 1999 right now, homie. But
No, impossible. I'm fucking playing Half-Life 2 right now. That came out in 2004.
There we go.
why don't you get the new Mortal Kombat, bro?
That's what I was gonna ask. Is what game you're playing right now? Yeah, hell yeah.
I would be playing Left 4 Dead 2, but fucking...
Oh, that's a good game. That's a good game.
My
I've been
fucking
playing-
Steam won't work. My
I've been
Steam won't let me
playing
connect.
I've been playing a lot of Zelda and like,
My fucking Zelda sucks.
bro, you.
I say this
Jake
while I
heard you say that,
fucking while I have like a fucking 5 ROMs for the Nintendo 64 versions of Zelda.
Bro,
I'm quite the hypocrite.
Jason would be pissed off if he heard you say that. He's a
See,
I was joking. I love Zelda. Only psychopaths don't like Zelda.
I think you're scared of Jason.
I'm scared of everybody.
Exactly.
and you both are talking to somebody that doesn't play fucking video games at all.
I thought you played the new Assassin's Creed.
I fucked around with it a little bit. The Vikings one, just because I love them on Mars. but like I like the superhero games. I like Spider-Man and Avengers and stuff like that. But besides like a one player, like if you don't have a good one player, like I don't want to fucking have to play with anybody else. Like I like just one player shit. I'm not into the multiplayer shit. I don't know. And I'm just never been a big gamer. I back in the day, don't get me wrong, I played NBA Jam on Sega Genesis and fucking Super Smash Brothers on N64 and
what the fuck is a Super Smash Brothers?
Are you serious? No, you gotta be joking.
You've never heard of
There's
Super
no way.
Smash Brothers, bro?
There's no way he just said that.
Like you'd probably dig it. It's a really good fighting game. Like it's a lot of fun. Like it's,
My fun fact, my fucking church actually, they had like this fucking emulator, and they had like this Friday things, and they would just, you could like fucking play Smash Brothers and shit, and I did
Oh,
it,
okay.
and I smacked a few 6-year-olds around.
yeah. That's kind of no. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's around the time when I played it. I was when it came out. I was like 12, 13. So that's like fucking yeah. I was young when I haven't played it since then. But yeah, I'm just not a big. Every once in a while, I'll play some. I'll swing around as Spider-Man or play some football or whatever. But that's
I
about
got a
it.
funny story combining all the topics we've covered. Okay. You hear me?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, just making sure. Anyways, so my uncle, I've talked about my uncle, one of the most old head biker metalheads, beard, long hair, bandanas, metalhead, that type of guy, right? He's super good at Galaga and has always been.
Hell yeah.
Right.
All right.
Since he was younger, he was the goat at Galaga. I thought he was exaggerating for a while. So we went to this haunted attraction down the road. It's called Harvest. That mixes the paranormal and such.
Literally, dude, you're looping in everything.
Yeah. So we go through the haunted house. This really hot chick pulls me with her, and then another hot chick pulls my arm, and they're both fighting over me. I thought that was awesome, but I think they were just doing their job. But I thought it was cool, man. I was having a good time. But, anyways,
that's what going to a strip club is like, right there. You just experienced it.
Awesome, man. But we get out. I'm like, that was sick. And so I'm talking. We're the last people of the night to go, and it was just me walking through that haunted attraction. The whole everything. It was just me, which made it 10 times scarier. But because they had nobody else to go for. But yeah. So we get out. I'm talking to everybody that works there, and they're cool. And I'm standing by my uncle. There's this arcade game. It has 2 games on it. One, I think it's like Pac-Man and Galaga. So he starts playing Galaga. Talking to these 3 people that work there. I'm like, yeah, just talking. About 20 minutes passes. I hear talking behind me. And it starts getting louder. I turn around. Everybody that works there is watching my uncle play Galaga, right? And so I turn back around to these guys. They're not there no more because they're watching my uncle play Galaga. And then this goes on for like an hour longer. And then eventually he loses in Galaga. And like, I don't know. That was cool.
He was just on a crazy fucking run.
Yeah, but he was like, I could have done better. That wasn't my bad. Yeah.
And this is your fucking uncle that got you in the metal, right?
Yeah. There was one more thing I wanted to say.
Well, real quick, Aaron. If your uncle ever wants to be on the podcast, I feel like he'd have some great stories. Like,
dude, he would without a doubt, man. Oh, I gotta ask him. Dude, he would love that, and he has amazing stories. Cause I tell these stories about me talking to these big famous musicians, right? And everybody thinks it's cool. He has stories of partying with every 80s musician ever. Yeah. Like he barbecued with Pantera.
He knew Dimebag, right? Yeah.
Yes. So, Zach, Ozzy, Dave Mustaine, all of Metallica, and it's mind-blowing the stories he has.
I'd love to. Yeah, that'd be. But if not, it's fine. I could because I also know he's in a fucking biker club, and there are some things that maybe not allowed to be talked about on the fucking internet. No, I don't know, but because I've had people come on in situations like that before where there's certain things they can't talk about. You know what I mean? Like
he doesn't break the law with his, but
no, yeah, it's not even always necessarily that, but like other stuff.
I got a story about his motorcycle club, but I'll keep it short so I don't keep you here all day. But anyways, I was gonna say I forgot. Next thing, I'll ask him about coming on and stuff. But one time I went up. I've always been cool with his club, and I went up to his clubhouse one day, and it was for Thanksgiving, and we stayed a little too late, and they started getting wild, right? And so the coyote, man, I shouldn't have said his name, but he's probably not going to watch.
I can cut it.
Okay, just cut the name. Don't cut this whole part.
Yeah,
but just,
for sure.
So this guy, he's being a dick. So I'm like, oh, dude, I'm not gonna put up with this. So I walk over here, and there's a bunch of stoners on the couches, and I'm like, yo, is it cool if I chill here? And they're like, yeah, man, take a seat. I'm like, these dudes seem cool. I'm sitting here, and so I sit here, and next thing I look, no, I turn over. The guy that was just being a dick's wife is on the table dancing, and I'm like, oh my god! And I was like 13, and I was like, dude, whoa, this is cool. My uncle was like, Aaron, let's go. Come on, time to go. And I was like, no, bro, what? And yeah, we had to go, but I seen a chick table dance, and that was righteous. But she wasn't attractive, but it was cool for me. But yeah, dude. But yeah.
Ugly biker chicks.
Good story. Good story.
You would love my uncle's stories, dude, because dude, he has.
Oh,
I love.
There's been a few times, a handful of times where I've had the opportunity to party with some real fucking hardcore bikers, and it's really.
They're some of the best people, man. They get a bad rap.
It's always like they just have such amazing stories that they want to share. If you're just, I don't know, like it's always been cool. I don't know, in my personal experience at least. Yeah. Now a lot of that's at heavy metal concerts and stuff, but no, like.
What I was gonna say something about him, but I forgot. He he used to be in a band, and they got a video on YouTube. I have no idea how. It's like very bad quality, and it looks like it's getting recorded off the TV, but you can see him in it. And the band was called Them, and I'm pretty sure it sounded good, but I could barely tell because it was like 1 pixel. But yeah, they played a gig. They played one show at this high school, and the majority of the high school was there, right? And the whole high school, all the high school students were there, and they performed a Kiss song called God of Thunder, right?
God of Thunder. Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah. And except my uncle was singing that one, and he decided to replace this one part where he says, I command you all to kneel, right?
Yes.
Sorry, and that's why I kept getting distracted. But it says, I command you all to kneel. He thought it'd be cool to replace you all with you motherfuckers. And he said, I command you motherfuckers to kneel in front of the entire high school. And they all thought it was cool. They thought it was awesome, but the principal got pissed. And then that's when they broke up, because my uncle was like, I don't want to be playing at high schools for kids that don't know these songs. And the only reason they think it's cool is because I said motherfucker. That's not cool. That's not what I wanted to do, man. But yeah.
I get it. Sam, have you ever played a live show? Even though I know you never been to a concert, have you ever played a live show? Or a virtual one? We're
supposed to do the Liquid Fetus from Remnants one on Halloween Day. I don't know if you ever did, but we were supposed to.
Yeah, we were supposed to, but it never happened.
Yeah, because that Halloween was lit, dude. I couldn't have even made it. That was a lit Halloween. But
I tell you what, once you guys do this, I mean, whenever you play your first fucking live show, it's gonna be a new addiction for you. I'll tell you that.
Did I not tell you about when I kind of did recently? I thought I might have told you, but I don't remember.
I don't know if you did or not.
It wasn't like, I don't even know, man. It was like it was a house party thing, and they had it. It's a big house, and they had a back like in the backyard. It was set up all cool, and I brought my guitar, and they wanted me to play, and so I hooked it up. Everybody was watching, and I was like, "Fuck it." Put the bitch behind my head, played Crazy Train, and they were like, "Holy ass, that's sick!" And yeah, but they were all coming up to me after, and they was like, "Yo, show me your band on YouTube." And I was like, "You're not," because the majority of them were like older, and I was like, "You're not about to like what you're about to hear." And they're like, "No, just show me anyways." I'm like, "All right." I look, type in Victims of the System. They click the first one. They always click every time. Every time it was anally fucked with a hammer, and each time that's the first one they click, and they click it, and they're like kind of nodding their head to the guitar, and then bam, and they're like, "Oh, it's not my type of music." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, I said that." But yeah, I played like for about 25 minutes for everybody, and it was cool. But it was just like, it wasn't huge, but it was like, it got me the feel of playing in front of people, large crowds of people at a time.
That's cool, man. No, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, but
And
I
you hadn't told me about that yet. Actually, no, that's actually really cool. That's actually very similar to one of the first times I ever played in front of a crowd of people. It's a similar situation.
Yeah. Well, I played at 2 parties before that when I was way younger, like before Victims of the System existed, and when all I knew was Smoke on the Water and the Stairway to Heaven solo. Not even the solo, just the like hype up to the solo. The 3
Yeah.
That's all I knew, and I played those 3 for like 25 minutes at parties, but they were getting into it. But because I was like, I looked like 6 years old, but I was like 13, so they thought it was cool. But I thought it was cool too. But yeah, that was my first like experience with, because usually when I'm really good at playing something specific, I play it. Then I'm like, "Yo, come check this out." Somebody comes over, somebody I want to show somebody. I try to show them it. I suck at guitar all of a sudden, and don't know what it is. But when I try to show somebody, I suck. So when I did it there, I didn't mess up. So it was like, I got the feel of playing in front of people because of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
So you've talked about playing music and playing your first song being on an MP3 player and shit, and like it sounded bad. And when I watched the Christmas episode, when you was talking to your parents, they brought up a band of yours from the past. Was it called Vaccination?
Yes.
Dude, that's a badass name. But
it was Vaccination with an X.
Dude, I mean, it's kind of cool. It just seems like, I don't know. Did it have meaning behind the X?
Oh yeah, we just wanted it to be cooler than 2 C's. Like,
right,
not really. But the meaning to us behind the band name itself was we felt like there wasn't a lot of good metal out at the moment, so we're here to vaccinate the fucking metal community to give them good metal music.
That's cool. Well, yeah, why have I never heard about that until I watched the Christmas episode, bro? That's like,
well, I think I'm pretty, like, if you go and don't because they're terrible, but like in the first 10 episodes where it's mostly my cousin and I, the co-founder of the podcast, before Aaron was really the co-host, we talk about it a lot in those ones, and it's just, it's something that just kind of like, I don't know, faded away at a certain point in time. And actually, like, it was me, the main people in it. It was 3 people. It was me, Preston, my cousin, and our brother DJ David Witt Jr. And he unfortunately passed away a number of years ago. So Preston and I, since we started the podcast, have been trying to find ways to kind of like memorialize him in many ways through this podcast. And a lot of that will be eventually through the music we end up making. And we actually have some dates set up here in the near future where we're gonna start making music together again. So we haven't done it in many years. We've always wanted to. It's not that we like have tried not to, but it's just like we just haven't really had the time, and whatever time we got together, we ended up just partying, instead of making music. So now we're gonna start making music, and we're gonna see what happens, especially since I've gotten so much back into guitar in the last 8 months, and been playing literally basically every day for the last 8 fucking months. I feel like I'm at a point now where I can, because he's actually really good at guitar. He's really good. So I'm at a point now where I feel like I could maybe like write a riff with him or something, and we can do, work something, but yeah, that's it's just something that it's something that fizzled away, but ultimately at the end of the day, it was the first song the band Vaccination ever wrote was titled Lost in the Darkness. And that's where the name of this podcast, of course, comes from.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
so the band fizzled out, but its legacy is still this podcast. This podcast started with Vaccination. There's no question.
I'll fuck with that.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. If fucking DJ were alive and he were on this podcast with us, we'd have 10 million. Like he was a dude. He was a Chris Farley. He was a fucking Sam Kinison. Like he was such a wonderful and amazing and wild and unique fire that he was the J to Jay and Silent Bob. Like he was that guy. Like he was that wild animal. And man, if he were on the pod, if he were my co-host, like, and I'm not saying anything against Aaron or anything like that. But like,
I was about to say, man.
No, I'm not saying anything against Aaron. I love Aaron. I wouldn't be here without him. But like DJ was I at the end of the day, I would end up being DJ's co-host, is what it would be.
Yeah,
he would be the lead. Like it's not like he was just such an amazing and unique individual. A really special spark that like Randy Rhoads, like Bon Scott, like Alexi Leho, like Dime just got taken out way too early. He would have been a legend. I guarantee it. I don't know in what, probably once we figured out podcasting, like that's where he would have been a legend. But yeah, so that's another angle of the show. It all started with Vaccination. DJ was a part of that, and our fallen brother is someone we will never let die, much like I will never let Alexi Leho really die, because I will carry his name until I die. So both of them. So yeah, that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. That's where the drive, especially to keep going, comes from in a big bad way.
Sam disappeared, but
I'm trying to get him back.
Yeah, I wanted to say sorry for your loss, dude, but the fact that you're pushing forward and making something positive out of that, I love that. And I feel like I didn't know DJ, but like, dude, he would be proud of you, because I would be proud if somebody did this. And
you would have loved him. You guys would have gotten along. You two, I feel it. I feel it. Like you two would have really liked each other. Like you would have loved the DJ, man. Like I'm telling you. Yeah, no, but it happened a number of years ago, and it's something where it's just like now, We're just at the point where we just want to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
turn it exactly like you said. Make it turn it into fuel for positivity and keeping him alive and but making it something bigger. You know what I mean? Like, so like all that stuff combined.
So
like,
he's still lives on.
exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
But I don't like saying sorry for your loss because I feel like it would get annoying to some people because
Oh no, it's fine. I don't know.
yeah, because I don't know. I don't know. But I really am. And
No,
yeah.
and I know you are. I know that's sincere. I know it's sincere coming from you.
Yeah. But I was gonna ask something else. Oh yeah. I don't know if it'd be cool, but I hate asking. I don't want to ask too much, like to come on the show too much. But I wanted to ask if it'd be cool if I came on. If it's fine if I don't. It's fine if I don't like fit in where I get in with this certain situation. But I was going to be ask if it'd be cool if I came on one of the multiverse murder test episodes. Would that be cool, man?
Well, okay.
It's cool, but like that's like my favorite show right now, man. Like, oh, that's that's my shit right now.
No. Here's what I'll say is that here's what I'll say is that the final episode is happening. I think as of right now, that's what got pushed to tomorrow night. That's what I was gonna be doing tonight, and then it got pushed to tomorrow night. Because we actually already filmed like the first part of the finale, but all the guys were like tired because they worked all day, and then so we pushed the second part of the finale, and we're doing that tomorrow night. However, and that'll be the finale. But having said that, we are currently in the works of planning other stuff with them like that. So if tomorrow doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, because it's the finale, but like I could definitely probably get you in on a future thing. Like, cause we're literally halfway through the finale already, but like the next thing we do, I can make sure you're involved in it if you want.
Yeah, but it's not, I appreciate that. Trust me, but it's not gonna be multiverse murder fest, man. That's my shit. I love that.
It actually might be like part 2. Actually,
that's what I was gonna suggest.
So it might be something like that. Yeah, that's something that's being talked about. At the very least. So
okay. That'd be awesome.
But no, I will. I'm happy that really makes me happy that you're enjoying it. You're kind of the first person to give me any kind of feedback at all. So I'm really happy you're enjoying it, and that encourages me to push for the part 2 and to get you involved and get you on one, because that would be fucking awesome, man. I would love to have you on one of those. That's like a fun time.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm not this isn't me dissing you. Know that.
No,
it's like before that, really, it was you make good content, you make entertaining content, but like really with podcasts, what different are you bringing to the table? You got your series like Lost in the Dark Reacts. A lot of podcasts have reaction videos. You got the guest stars. You got just normal podcasts where you go over stuff. Most podcasts do that. And then you had that hot sauce series shit. That was cool. That was original. Yeah. And then, well, kind of. I've never seen it, but
fair enough.
At least on a metal podcast, like I've never seen it on a metal podcast.
There is another one that's actually really good that I'll send you.
Right, but
it's cool as fuck.
This I've never seen before, and it's something completely new, and it's super interesting. And it's not only that, it's got big names like dudes of Bog Wraith and shit. And like, yeah, it's pretty dope, man. So like, it's something new, and that's like,
Oh
you know,
yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you're enjoying it, man. That means a lot. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Mhm.
Sam's back. Sam, can you hear us? I can't
Dude,
tell
if that noise starts making it, if it starts making the noise again, man, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Then we'll know. Oh wait, there he is. There he is.
I can't
He's-
wait for this
he-
episode to drop just so I can watch that one part again, dude. That was fun.
Sam's camera tonight has been like the movie Paranormal Activity.
Because while I was
He's like
What?
the handicap in Paranormal Activity.
while I was laughing, I rolled over and I sit back up to look, and it's all black on a screen, but his face pops up for a second, and he had a huge
Yeah.
smile on his face, and dude, it just killed me, man. I lost it.
Oh no, he's gone again. God damn it. This shit was hilarious.
I
Oh,
felt
there
like
it is. See? Like I told you, it automatically reconnects. There we go.
I felt like
Oh, I hear him coming in. I think.
don't forget to get a thumbnail.
Right?
Yeah, just reminding you.
It might just be. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't hear him.
I thought I heard something moving, but
Oh, God.
that would be a great thumbnail.
This motherfucker is like, this is The Conjuring.
Oh my god.
That was awesome. Can you hear us? All right. I think that was a thumbs up. I think I saw a thumbs up.
That's funny.
That is the best. That is the best. Yes. There we go. We have a monster on the line right now. Fuck yeah. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
Multiverse Murder Fest. That's
Yes.
it, yeah.
Definitely will have you on for one of those for sure. I will I actually have that written down. So Sam, is there anything here that you want to fuck I fucking love this. Is there anything you want to plug, man? Like anywhere you want to send people to follow you or anything at all? Where can people check you out? I'll put all links in the description below.
Follow my Instagrams. The Smiths fucking suck ass. Vile Dismemberment. It's really good for anything. And Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. That's my Instagram page. Yeah, those are my Instagrams. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So I'll send people there. Aaron, same question to you.
Well, really, whenever everything I talked about earlier drops, I would check that out.
That's a
And
thumbnail.
still check out the documentary.
Yes.
It hasn't been out for a whole month, but already 1.3 thousand views. I appreciate that a lot, but yeah.
All
I
right.
appreciate that a lot, but it'd be cool if I got some more. That'd be cool.
Link
But-
in the description below.
Yeah. And I did want to say I realized it was short, but I was planning on later in the future, like maybe a year or two down the line, releasing another one and doing like Cannibal Corpse and like releasing one every so many years, right? And then like making it kind of like a series, I guess, but not Gonalock every time. I plan on getting some other dudes on. Gonalock is awesome, but yeah, but check out the documentary and everything, Vile Dismemberment and Victims of the System. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Sam, this is the best. I love this. Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate you being on, buddy. Even though we had some shitty connection, that's fine. Like when we did get to talk, I really enjoyed it. That was awesome. And anytime you want to be back on, buddy, you are welcome. Anytime at all. Anytime you got something to promote or whatever, open door here. So you can come on the show anytime you want.
My sister wants to say bye now to the podcast. There's my sister. Yeah,
Have a great night, Savannah.
you got it right. Yeah, and let's see. Cool.
But yeah, Sam, thank you so much. Aaron, as always, you're a fucking Hall of Famer here. Your family. So yeah. Come on, buddy. This is one of our best ones yet.
Yeah, this is hilarious, dude. I haven't laughed that hard in so long, dude.
Yeah. That was great. You guys are the fucking best. Everybody, check out all things victims of the system of Vile Dismemberment. All links in the description below, and keep an eye out on both of them because these motherfuckers they're coming up, and they are the ones to keep eyes on because they got mad talent. So I love these guys, and yeah, everybody check them out. So we're back very soon with much more. Love you all. Good night. So yeah, couple technical difficulties here and there, like I said in the beginning, but at the end of the day, I think we got it. I think it was a great episode. It was tremendous fun for us to do. I had a blast. I was a little bummed that we couldn't get a little bit more Sam on there, but hey, that's what next time is for, right? So Sam, if you're seeing this, don't worry about it, buddy. Fucking trust me, dude. Go back and listen to some of our old episodes. Riddled with technical difficulties and fucked up sound. We've made every mistake in the book. Trust me. So you have nothing to worry about. It's all good, and you are welcome back on anytime, my friend. It was a blast talking to you, and I'd love to talk some more. So yeah. As always, though, Aaron, if you're seeing this, man, I mean, come on. You're my brother, bro. Like, you have waved our flag harder than anyone else out there. I think you might be our biggest fan. So, you mean the world to me, man. You really do. And every time I get to talk to you, it's a fucking treat. I just love having you on the show. And get a fucking. I don't know. I can't wait to see you perform live one day. Like and to hear some new music. Like it's well, you put out music harder than anybody else, but yeah, I'd love to watch you perform one day. It'd be awesome. So fingers crossed that gets to happen, and we get to meet in person, man, because that would be great. But yeah, man, that's gonna be about it for this episode. That was it, everyone. 194. We did it. Huge shout out to Aaron and Sam, victims of the system, Vile Dismemberment. Check out all things links in the description below, as well to everyone I gave a shout out to at the top of the episode. Yeah, thank you all so much. 194 episodes. I mean, fuck. We just hit 200 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you all. Thank you all so much. Means the world to us. We started this not expecting anybody to ever hear it. So the fact that we have 200 subscribers on YouTube is insane. And this is this video right here will actually probably be our 300th video on YouTube. This is only episode 194, but we do the dark reflections, the dark reactions. We got the hot sauce stuff. So we've got about 300 pieces of content out there, and it's very exciting for us, and we're honored to have had everybody be a part of it that has been, and everybody's just been amazing. It's true that it's been a wild ride. It's been quite a wild ride, and we genuinely feel like we're still on the going up. So yeah, thank you all so much. everybody that's ever listened to this, especially if you listen all the way to the end like this. I cannot believe it. I can't believe you're doing this right now. But you are my fucking hero, and you mean the world to me. You really do. So if you are hearing this right now, please let me know in the comments below, just so I know how many people actually do listen to the end. 'Cause I have no idea. We don't get those kind of analytics. Yeah, it'd be nice to know. But that's going to do it for this episode, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to episode 194. Thank you again, Aaron and Sam. As always, we'll be back again very, very soon with just so much more. We got... There's a lot of secret projects going on right now that will be announced here in the next 2 months. So keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes on our social media. In the next 2 months, we're going to be announcing two or more really, really, really big new projects that we're working on. So we are very, very excited to get to a point where we can announce those. And keep your eyes out, everyone. Back again with more than you know very, very soon. But until next time, raise your fucking horns and bang your goddamn heads. We love you all to death. Good night.